straight on. We'll also talk about angling if the forward comes down wide on you. So I think those are my two objectives to go over that stuff today. So I'll start off with the basics, and please don't be insulted if it's too simple. But for me, I always start off with the stance. If you're skating backwards in the stance and somebody's coming down on you, is there a defenseman here? You can stand up. Okay. If you want to just show me your stance to start with, and I'll just talk about it. Okay. You're coming down. Well, right on. Lots of good things. So for me, one, knees are bent. They're underneath your shoulders. So you're getting your power position to start with. The big thing a lot of people don't do is keep this elbow real tight. Right, this elbow's got to be tight. You want the stick as close to your feet as you can. Right? If you let them measure, if you let a forward come down the ice and measure your stick, you know, you're just asking for trouble. They know how far you can reach. They know that they're just going to be just outside that, and they'll be putting that stick in between your feet and your stick. So you're setting yourself up. So the stance is great, actually. And the only other thing, I know some people will teach to take your off hand and put it up like this. I don't know if you've been taught that.
I just keep it here, so if I have someone over there, I'll like stick my arm up there so my forwards know
to direct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And some people will say you skate backwards like this for balance. Personally, I like to keep my hands low because if I gotta swing my stick around, I want my hand on my stick in a hurry. If I gotta bring it down here and go like this, I might miss that guy. The player that's going to either side. Okay? The other thing some people do, they'll come down, they'll skate backwards like this. Elbows bent, but the stick's not in front of their body. So what happens is, if you're coming down like this, and you're rushing me, where are you inclined to go? Probably to this side away from my strong stick side. If they do that, guess what happens? Your stick is behind your body. Now you're trailing, you gotta get this thing in here, get it back in front of them to make that turn. If you keep your stick right and tight, right in front of your feet, and they make that turn on you, boom, I just go like this, and I got my position covered again. If I hold it out like this, I'm swinging around, and I probably won't catch it. So keep it nice and tight. If they come on the other side, boom, you got them again. Right? So if you hold out your stick to the side and hold a straight arm, you're going to be in trouble. So stance is important. And for me, keeping this hand low, and keeping that elbow bent and stick in front of your body, so you can go turn either way with it. Questions on that? Pretty simple stuff. The next thing I'll talk about is gap control, which I'm sure you all probably get harped on all the time. It's kind of a common, I guess, thing for coaches to like to do. Gap control is really important. If you want to play somebody with a ton of speed, what's the best way to play them? Play up tight to them. Play up tight to them, and you give them the outside. They got to take an extra step. You come back, you force them to take an extra step and a half every time you make one step going backwards. So if you want to control something with speed, it's not to lay off them. Because if you lay off them, when you get down to that danger point in your high slot, now you've got a big gap, now you've got to slow down. And their speed differential is huge at that point where you've got to slow down. So you want to play them with as much speed as they've got. So you want to do things to make sure you're going backwards at the same speed. So if you come up on them and take their inside shoulder away, make them take that extra half step, and you come back and you can lean over and make them take that extra half step, you can control your speed that way. Taking the inside shoulder away, but coming up, closing your gap, and coming back with that same speed. How do you close a gap? If somebody's coming out, and maybe they stop, you're on the blue line waiting for them, what do? How do you control your speed? You got to move your feet. If I'm waiting for a player up here, my feet is coming out of the zone, they stop and they turn back. If I stand like this, I'm going to be in trouble if they turn around and come down with speed. So if they're coming like this, they turn back, I go like this. I just make a little figure eights so that I'm back and forth. I've got a little bit of momentum, so that when they turn it up, I'm done. If I just stand here and wait for them to go, boy, I'm a lot slower coming out of there. So keep your feet moving, tighten your gap where you can. If they come out and go back inside the ringette line, you're probably not going to be able to tighten down too much, but you can take your feet down to the ringette, but keep your feet moving when you're doing it. Okay? Last one. Angling. If you've got somebody coming down on you, you want to take their inside shoulder away, so you want to influence them to go to the outside. Let me just run on the board here quickly. you're coming back through the middle, skating backwards, going towards your post, and they're coming down on you, you give them the outside. If they take the outside and go wide, yeah, you could keep skating backwards. You could kind of slowly go over to them to squeeze them out on the boards. But I tell you what, when you get to those boards, even if your timing is great, when you squeeze them against the boards, if I'm a forward, why don't I ask you to stand up a second? If I'm a forward coming down the ice, you come over to squeeze me, and you get me, you squeeze me right, there's a great chance I can roll off and I'll beat you to the net. To me, that's the problem with skating backwards to play somebody who's gone to the outside on you. Right, the other thing they can do, if you're skating backwards, it's a real easy delay for them. They can turn it back up. If you're skating backwards, if you want to go squeeze them on the delay, you've got to stop going backwards, and then you got to bust up and go forward, which you have to do if that's the predicament you're in. But if you've got the opportunity, they come wide, if you've got the opportunity to turn, to skate forwards and go and squeeze them, you're going to be able to close on them in a lot quicker time. They're going to have a lot less time to set up their other guys going to the back post in the high slot, because you're going to squeeze them and you'll be chasing them this way, and they won't be able to lift up their head to see what's in behind them. So if you can skate backwards, pivot here, turn and go forwards, and squeeze them, you're way further ahead of the game. Now the trick is, how do you do that without getting burnt? Because the hardest part about angling when you're going backwards is to turn your feet and not allow them to jump in on you. So if you're angling and you're going backwards and they're starting to go wide, what I always ask the defenseman to do is to take your feet further away from them, pivot here, then turn and go get them, so that there's no chance for them to jump inside on you. When you start going here, your biggest priority is that they can't jump inside on you. Once you take, as I call it, the back shoulder away from them, so they can't jump to the inside, they've committed this way, then you can then go after them and squeeze them out. If you make a mistake, if you're timing, you take away the back shoulder, but they've got to jump on you now, guess what? They got a lot longer route to go than you. If you recognize that here you've turned, taken their shoulder away, and they've beat you, you just turn and go to the post, and you know what? You'll meet them again. So if you get beat, you just head to the post and catch back up to it. So let me walk through it once here. I always find a little bit. Have you guys done a lot of that angling from a defenseman position? Yeah? Yes? No? Okay. And so when you angle, you make your pivot. Well, maybe somebody can show me. Who said they do it a little bit?
Molly did.
Ray, come on up here.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so I'm the forward coming down and think like I got a puck. You want to squeeze me out, I'm coming down the board. What you do? Okay, so let's try it one more time. Okay, I'm coming down the wall. He's better at it than I am. Try it. Now you be the forward, just go half speed. And I'll show you, if you've got somebody who's really tricky and has a better inside move than I do, I always think it's dangerous if you're coming down the wall and I just turn my feet here, come and get you, that's what's at risk. If your timing's off, you're hooked. So if I wanted to turn her out, she's coming down the wall, I'm here, I turn my feet here, take the shoulder, and she cuts the side, I should have two delay this time. Okay? If I turn here, take my feet away, coming closer off, I'm right up because I'm going forward, and I'm setting myself up, I'm going after what I call a back shoulder. In other words, the furthest back part on her body. It's going to be right here. That's what I'm aiming for. If I get that away, she can't jump back inside on me. And if she pivots to the wall, I'm going to be here. So you close it off and give her no chance to do the delay to the wall. Then she goes forward. When she comes down here, I screw up and take the back shoulder away, but she's up. I just go in. And I got her again. If you're skating backwards and you mess up, I come over here, I mess up, boom, you're toast. You won't be able to catch her again. She's gone. If I come backwards down here and I misjudge, she beats me again, I'm toast. I'm in trouble. I'm skating backwards, I have to pivot. She's got a shorter way to the net than I do. So, you want a controller, take the time and speed away, make sure you bring it really exaggerated. If you watch the NHL guys, they don't turn their feet anywhere near here. They'll come here, go back right off, turn it, come and go again. So, when we do our angling, that's what I'd like to look for. I think Coach Tom probably has a couple drills here that we can do, and we can talk as we go. Girls, got any questions on that stuff? You got a drill you want to run, Tom?
You want to go to the outside?
Well, we can just do angling to start, or do you want to do full ice one-on-one, straight
Why
up?
don't you have them do two there, you know, and just the D and the forward, and just practice that turn.
Okay. Well, let's set up a group of forwards here on the red line, defenseman right here, and do the same thing over on the other side. Half speed, forward comes down the wall, with the puck. You get here, right now try to step inside to see if the defense can take that back shoulder away first. We'll run through that a few times, and then we'll say go whichever way you can do it. The right inside, try to take it deep and keep protection there. So let's go half speed to start with, half the drink here, half over the other side.
TJ, do you want everybody to do it so you're watching them and then break into two?
Pardon me?
Want everybody to do it and then go there for the second rep so that you watch them?
You want everybody to watch here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have all the whites play forward and then all the whites play deep. And they can do the second one over there.
Over here right now?
Yeah. So girls, what I want is you all to do it once so Terry can watch you, and then you go over there, do a second one, and then switch who's D and who's forward on the second one over here so he can see everybody do it.
You got greens in line here or what?
So Tom, you want to run it there, they'll do a second one over there.
Yeah, so I do it here.
Yeah, I want Terry to watch everybody do it, and then they can switch roles when they, you know, do it on that side.
Half speed, really exaggerated turn here, going away, take the spear away from them, then go take that shoulder away, and then squeeze. Got it? The best person back up and have that here. Okay.
So goalies are going to shoot. And you can go shoot. Tom, get the goalies in the net. Kaylin, you got to go like this. Open up. Don't go at a real angle to cut back on that. Remember, the inside shoulder. This is your target, not the puck. If you go for the puck, they'll cut around it. Ava, you've got to look at the back shoulder. You're looking at the puck. So if you're going wide here on me here, right here, turn that way. I'm aiming there, and you never get deep. Then you look at the puck to here. Okay.
they're already committed to the outside, and you're going to take their time away. Right? You know they're coming down the wall, so just get your feet away from them and make that turn, and then go.
Let's go in that direction. Just move up to the blue line.
Okay? Stand well, one more hit. Good. We're going to turn and go the other way in.
So your key is you've got to forget about the puck. Because you're always looking at that puck. Forget about the puck. They're going to bring the puck to you. Just off the shoulder, and then if they cut in, they skate right into it. And that, it makes it easy. You know where they're going, so just stay in the way. So Megan, remember to line up with that back shoulder, the inside shoulder. That's what you're going for. Then they can't cut in on you. If you go for the puck, that's what happens. See, if she lining up on the back shoulder, she will turn right into it. See? See. Kaylin. See, when you go for the puck, don't go till you go by her. Control it so that even if you don't get the puck, you're still between her and the goal. So you hold her, just stay between her and the net. She's going to bring the puck to you. And if you go for the puck, you just put down her D. So if you stay between her and the net, there's nothing more frustrating than a D that just stays in your way. I want the D to go for the puck. Then I got a chance. If the D doesn't go for the puck, I got to take a shot from that. Okay?